right, what is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degenerate crypto enthusiasts? What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. And we just want to say, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys are hitting the like button first, hitting the subscribe button, and also dinging that bell on the top right corner of your screen and making sure that you are getting notified whenever I go live. But guys, we're going to talk about, is Bitcoin actually crashing down to these liquidation levels, or are we gearing up for a massive move? We're going to be covering it today, and we're also going to be going into some of the bullish news, which is always that every single Monday we have MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor acquiring more Bitcoin every Monday. It is just part of the drill now that we get a purchase from MicroStrategy almost every Monday. I think they've made it a thing now that they are going to be buying Bitcoin every single Monday. It is part of the Michael Saylor morning routine. Before he actually even drinks his coffee, I think he purchases Bitcoin. And so I think we need to do that now. We need to, instead of drinking the coffee first, we need to just buy some Bitcoin, and then drink the coffee. But we're drinking the coffee, then buying Bitcoin. But I don't know. Should we switch it up, guys? But welcome to the channel. We hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're feeling well. Hope you're looking good, feeling good. We know you're looking good. We have the finest looking people in the space, the coolest dojo crew in the business. You guys are amazing. Thanks for coming in. And I wanted to send you guys over to the Discord. I wanted to test some stuff. I was trying to just kind of do some encouraging of signing up with my affiliate links. I have these 3 main affiliate links. And I figured if you're a normal watcher of the channel, and also if you are just coming into crypto and you need some exchanges to be able to test out all of this stuff that we talk about, then I would encourage you guys to use these links. But then I thought I would like to, whenever someone is actually first coming into the Discord, they need to just go through this verification process. Basically, once you actually sign up with the links, you post a screenshot of your sign up link, or that you actually signed up, and then we will verify you. And then if you are verified in this Discord, once we get up to a certain amount of members, we are going to be doing some awesome giveaways. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff that you can get some free stuff if you're in the Discord. So it's building up incentive to eventually, where we build this thing up to do some really awesome giveaways and things, and also opportunities for the meetups at the conferences. And to mention the conferences, we have a custom link in the description, in the link in the live stream, for going to the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas, May 27th through the 29th. If you are going to have the festival pass, industry pass, whale pass, the Bitcoin week pass, whatever it may be, whatever you're going, you need to apply the code Dano. So click on the link and then apply the code Dano. You'll get 10% off your whole entire ticket purchase. Very useful. So make sure if you guys are going to the conference, you are using my referral code link and the promo code Dano. That would be amazing. And we'll see you there, because we will be there hanging out for all of the days. We'll try and go to all of the different side events. And then we're also going to have our own meetup where we're going to be giving away merch. We'll be giving away crypto. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. So I think it'll be a lot of fun, because we did a little tiny meetup, our first little tester meetup in Nashville. And I thought it went pretty well. It was just very, it was super cool. And I think there'll be a bigger opportunity to do something even better and get a chance to meet you guys in person. So this will be a really good opportunity to do so. But yeah, any updates for that will be in the Discord. And so this is some of the stuff, pictures from the last one in Nashville, and it was a lot of fun, and we really appreciate you guys. All right, so with that breaking news, we have Michael Saylor buying Bitcoin. We'll show you the Saylor tracker. The Saylor tracker is where it is updating all of the points in the chart where MicroStrategy has been acquiring Bitcoin. So since August and September of 2020, we've had Michael Saylor with his company MicroStrategy implementing their long-term bullish accumulation of Bitcoin because they believe that it is like buying pieces of like a digital Manhattan in the 20s and now and holding it and then seeing the value being able to go up as much as what, say, property in Manhattan or just in New York City. You see what it goes for. You see how certain places in the world, because they're not making any more of the places. It's scarce. So Bitcoin is kind of the same mechanism, but just in a digital landscape. And so once you start to think about that as your digital protection of the inevitable inflation that is happening with the dollar, because you can see that you cannot purchase the same amount of things and the same amount of goods and services with the same amount of cash. If you had $10,000 10 years ago, you'd be able to get a lot more things for that and goods and services than you will now with that same 10,000. And so Bitcoin is actually a representation of the how the money in the world is operating and how risk on, risk off assets are being dealed around the world. And if you look at the chart in a long-term perspective, Bitcoin, and I love how I can't remember his name. I can't remember this guy's name, but he on CNBC on Market Alert, he kind of talks about how he loves looking at Bitcoin, and Michael Saylor pointed out everyone likes to look at Bitcoin in the morning. That's what I do. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know if it's an addiction, if we're all just like we're all degenerate, addicted gamblers to this thing, or is it that Bitcoin just has this allure to it? It has this mystery, and also this thing that it's global. It's like it's a world thing. There's no country that is connected to it. You don't know exactly who it is that created it, but it is something that has been working. There are developers and people that we do know that have been a part of helping the code and the Bitcoin dev community. We do know those people, but ultimately the basis of what Bitcoin is, like it's a mystery. So I think that alone and what it's been able to do across the world, it's now I think people are starting to get orange pilled really hard. And the more that the train starts to speed up, Michael Saylor refers to it as a speeding train, 60% a year on average of this asset going up. And in some years, 150%, like on the bullish, Andrew. Okay, yeah, that's his name, Andrew. Yeah, he kind of sometimes he still kind of doesn't get it, but I think he's starting to. Like a lot of these guys are starting to get it, But let's listen to his comment here.
I don't know if it's our favorite. I don't know what it's our favorite gauge of. I don't know if it's our favorite. I don't know what it's our favorite gauge of. I like to look at it just because it sort of gives me a sense
risk
of
appetite.
The risk appetite, sort of the animal spirit
momentum
situation.
in the market.
That's sort of what I think it is. Michael Saylor might disagree with me about what it really is, but $96,421 a coin this morning.
Well, so now that is not the case. That is not the case. So we're going to look at the Bitcoin price as it stands right now. So right now we're going to look at two different Bitcoin prices. We're going to look at the ticker Bitcoin price, and then we're going to look at Bitcoin. And we did something interesting, guys. We wanted to see if we could switch up our psychology. Because sometimes, when you're looking at green candles, you're looking at red candles, it kind of can bring up a certain emotion in you. You can react a little bit too much, like seeing a lot of red. And so what I did is I did keep the candles green, but I switched the color of the green. I almost made it like a Pepe green. Almost made it like a Pepe green candle. And then what I did is I changed the borders and everything to represent that same. And then I made the red candles white. And I guess if you're on a white background, you can make the candles black. But I thought to myself, that actually might help me in my psychology of looking at the charts and just not being just cutting and slicing the fat of emotion when it comes to looking at these charts. And so I don't know. It's just a test. I'm curious to see what it does and how I can kind of reprogram my brain to start looking at, it's at least in trading view, on how I analyze the charts and look at this stuff. But either way, guys, this is what's happening with Bitcoin. We're establishing hopefully a double bottom where we had a bottom here at 92. We had one right here at 92, 92, testing these levels. Now we've went as low as 92, going down to 91. So really testing these previous low support levels. But what's good is that the lowest we were in November, right here, 90,600. So that was a pretty decent established low from this bottom here when we started to break up into the 100K area again, right here on these top Bollinger Bands. And this is looking at the 45-minute, because I want to show you guys exactly where the chart actually and where this price was starting to hit at these lower levels. The 45-minute chart's really interesting because you can really see right tight in where it bounced, and then we'll look at it on the 4-hour here, and then you can see a little bit more of this data. And you could say that this looks like maybe it was starting to form some kind of head and shoulders thing. You know, here's the head, here's one of the shoulders, and it did break down, and it did kind of establish this pattern here on a 4-hour chart. And this is looking at the Coinbase chart. Look at the Bitstamp chart, pretty similar. But I like that this is a pretty decent 4-hour candle going to the downside for Monday. But then if we can hold this level, and that was our bounce, we're looking like we could get an RSI shift into being a little oversold. It would be really nice to get that reversal. We could get the reversal. But I will say, if we're looking at some bearish levels to look at for a possible low liquidity grab, if we're looking at liquidation levels are at 91.9. So if we're already past, so we already hit that. So we hit that 91. We actually liquidated those trades. So these trades right here, these didn't get, like, this was like the hot spot right here. The hot spot was at 91.8. That swooped down, and now as of the past 12 hours analyzing this liquidation level, the next one for the shorts is going to be at 93. So what is basically happening here is that we're getting the market pushed down into that pocket where the liquidations for longs were going to be established, and now we could be bouncing right up to liquidate shorts in the pocket of 93.7. And we could maybe pull a fib from the high to the low and see that level that we're going to try and establish to get to first is going to be at 95.1. 95.1 right at the top, right here, which is a really good established resistance right here and right here that we're going to end up trading into. Could look something like this, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Did the stock market open up bullish today? Let's see how the S&P 500 looked today, if we can find it. There it is. And I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for smashing up the like button. You guys are awesome. I hope you had a really good Christmas. Still, Merry Christmas. You're totally allowed to still say Merry Christmas for, like, I think a week or two after Christmas. You're 100% allowed to. People could look at you like you're crazy, but hey, if you got the Christmas spirit in you still after 2 weeks after Christmas, God bless you, because some people just go, shut it, and they just get, I like to keep the spirit alive, because I think if you keep the Christmas spirit alive, you have magic. Christmas brings magic into your life. It has the ability to do that. I know it can be sometimes, depending on your, experiences, it could be have a bad time for you. But even then, there's an opportunity for healing and being able to have the spirit of Christmas kind of inspire you to maybe do something, make a change in your life, or help someone. It's always like a time of giving. So it's, you have the opportunity to not just receive, but to also give to people. And yeah, so I hope this year and this Christmas year and Christmas spirit will actually build up inside of you a level of optimism and Christmas joy. So with that being said, let's see if people are feeling that in the stock market. Let's see on the daily here. Is it opening up bullish? It's kind of in the red, stock market in the red. If we were looking overall, it's saying actually to sell, like the stock market had taken a plunge a little bit here on the 18th, going down, and we got a little bit of this little bounce, but also looking like a boom little dead cat bounce thing. So I think maybe the stock, well, it's interesting because the stock market was hitting all-time highs, and gold was starting to break out and hit all-time highs, and we started to see, I feel like this pivot now where we're starting to like people are thinking, okay, I don't know if gold is actually what I need to, is like more of a store of value than I think. And then now those people that maybe are holding a lot of gold are going to sell the gold off and go into Bitcoin. Maybe not all of it, but a good portion of it. And so that actually might be what strengthens up the dollar temporarily, because you can't just sell gold straight into Bitcoin. Unless there is some service that I am not aware of that I don't, but as what I'm aware of my knowledge, I don't think you can trade gold directly to Bitcoin. You have to sell the gold into a fiat currency, or maybe then you're trading the gold for an asset, maybe. Like you could trade directly gold for an asset and then sell the asset for fiat. But either way, it's got to go into fiat to be able to get the Bitcoin or whatever crypto. So if I'm wrong, please, maybe I just let's ask Grok. Let's see if there is a service that actually does that. Let's see. Let's ask it real quick. Actually, we'll do that later. All right, so we're going to read the chat real quick. Lake the Great said, shout out to Lake the Great, said the president-elect's cabinet might be trying to drop the market so when he takes office, it has more room for growth. Yeah, that was kind of our thought process as well. We were like, okay, if a lot of these nations are wanting to have Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, the whales could, and the market could potentially manipulate the price down to those low levels to then be able to bounce it, pretty high up. Or we just keep going into those low levels that we just showed you, because 90,000 and 92,000 is a really great support level. It's a really great support level. So if we can just hold it and we don't go below some freaky levels like 88K or something like that, because if we start to get a little low like that, then we might be going down lower. But yeah, if Bitcoin goes up, we all go up. And that's the thing. That's why I know you guys love altcoins. You love meme coins. I know you guys. You love these things. We love it too. We have links in the description for you guys to trade all these things, by the way, if you love all these things. If you like trading memes, if you like trading Bitcoin, if you like trading these altcoins, we have the best exchanges in the business for you guys to test out. And it goes along with our rule of having multiple wallets and exchanges set up. We're currently creating a course on the basics of crypto and why you should do that. All right, so don't fight the inevitable. The egregore is whispering to your consciousness. The ticker is Bitcoin. The ticker has always been Bitcoin. And so we like to actually look at ticker Bitcoin, and we like to analyze Bitcoin as well. All right, so real quick, we want to remind you guys that OURBIT is doing a 2024 or 2025 big giveaway, and it's just you have to follow OURBIT, the official account. You have to quote retweet this post and tag 2 friends, and then you have to drop your favorite token of 2024 with your user ID in the comments. So what you do is you're going to sign up with my link that's in the description. Then you're going to go and try to enter into this contest. You're going to do all the things that's required. They're going to pick 25 people. So that's actually a lot. It's not just one winner. There's going to be 25 people that win. So check this out. And they're making a big statement here is that they have been primarily this exchange that's really bullish on memes. Like they're primarily like a meme focused exchange, but they do have you can trade all the fundamental tokens. You can trade all the big boys. But they're very meme centric, meme friendly, and I love the campaigns that they do for those specific tokens. I think they do a really good job with it. And so that's why we wanted to partner up with this particular exchange to begin with, because we like how they're doing stuff. And so they said they listed 47 tokens that all soared over 500%, including ACT, GOAT, SPX, Peanut, and Coma, and more. So some even hit 100x. So they're wanting to toast to the closing out of 2024 with the swag and welcoming 2025 with a bang. So they're going to be giving away $12,500. So big opportunity to win there. But yeah, I just always noticed that they just had it. I like their campaigns. I like how they're doing stuff in terms of the memes. And so let's see. There's some other stuff that we want, some tweets that we wanted to read for the day. And this is Alex Becker's observation of kind of how money and purchases and all those things might not mean as much when it's all cracked up, what it's all cracked up to be. And by the end of the, end of the day and at the end of the night, like, what are you actually wanting? What are your priorities? What are the things that matter to you the most? And I think he kind of realized that. So I think at a certain money amount, you will will make you complete read this. I don't know what that means. Okay. This last year, bought a $600,000 car in cash when I was bored on a weekend. Took a few vacations private the entire way, about 150, 200K each. Moved into a $14 million giant penthouse. I have driven the car like 3 times. I found the vacations barely tolerable after a few days. I like my house, but I truly feel no big difference from it. While I share this with you, the above is near the pinnacle of how you can live money-wise, yet I still literally am only really happy when I'm building stuff, lifting, doing combat sports, eating right, progressing in hobbies, in a good place with my wife, playing a good video game. If I'm being a POS, I try not to do this. It ruins your head. And following a routine that lets me do those things. In short, everything I ever needed to be happy I had access to at the entry level of my career, which is totally true. Like, all those things you could do if you're poor, if you have money, if you don't have money, investing, not investing, you can actually, do all those things. And so he's saying, and there has been virtually nothing I can buy to increase it or have an elevated life experience. It's not that I'm some simple guy who like the little things in life. It's truly just that you and I, have nowhere to escape or get to in life that will make you finally good. There is no destination where you're perma happy and everything is good. If anything, the best that destination will ever be is doing a similar routine list to mine above on perhaps a bigger scale. AKA building bigger stuff, excelling at your hobbies, things you enjoy more. And I always thought, the if you could figure out a way to have a balanced family life and work life whilst being able to make money doing the things that you love, then it's all kind of relative in that regard. Like success and like what level of success or how much money you need. It's all like, what's your lifestyle? What is the thing that you could be most comfortable with and live in those means and not be like, because some people that if that is the means that they want to be living in and they want to be doing that's fine. Like if you're on like wanting to be like Patrick Bet David level where he's got a private airport, then you can. But if you know in your soul and your whatever your journey is that like you're cool with like having like, okay, like maybe like a lake house, like that's your thing, like I just always wanted a lake house, okay, hell yeah. Then that point is like where you can find those means and figure it out like where, because it's always this interesting balance. Like if you can balance out living at a means where you're comfortable, but also to where you can progress or you have the ability to progress. Because at the point where you're living at a means where you feel trapped or you feel stuck, like people that are living paycheck to paycheck, and so they got to a certain means, and then something happened, circumstances, whatever it may be, and then now they're like tight, and it was comfortable, but now it's not. So it's like, where's the balance of being able to do so? And so, and Headband High is making a good point. He said progression is all within. So yeah, it's a lot of it. It's kind of like if you're in a partnership, if you're married, it's a collective effort, but ultimately it does start with an individual. The person like has to, because your partner can't like make you change. They can't yell at you and like force you to do stuff like, and then all of a sudden it has to be something that you choose as yourself to be like, I am going to start to really progress. I'm going to really actually start to have a routine. I'm going to like investing and getting into crypto, researching about crypto. I'm going to take it serious. I'm actually going to sit down with my partner and say, I'm ready to, let's talk about this. Because a lot of people don't even talk about their finances or the money. They kind of just float through and they don't even know how much money they have left over in the month. And they're just like paying the bills and they're like, okay, I don't know. And so even getting to that point is a huge step in your progression into getting in closer to buying Bitcoin. Because that's always people's excuse when it comes to Bitcoin. That's always the excuse, is that I don't know how much money I have left over, or we don't really have a strategy, and you can't have that as an excuse. At a point, you have to start thinking about it and then have the conversation. And once you start having that conversation, then you can really figure out a way, okay, now we can start investing and making a plan to start getting money in. And yo, what's going on? Shout out to Ben M. And shout out to Headband. Shout out to Jay Field. So Jay Field said, or Ja Field said, do you teach how to day trade? No. I could show you some little basic things that where I have been able to be successful in making some successful trades and making I would say swing trading and day trading completely different. You can be having more of a swing long, or if you're really wanting to be aggressive, then you can day trade, because then if you can have set certain goals, you can set certain risk management strategies that you're just like, that's it. Like you are very strict on them. Then you can make a couple $100 a day. And if that's what you want to do, then there are certain things that I can teach you how to do, how to aggressively, just basically, it's just a couple different rules that you can set for yourself of when to maybe go into a possible short or long position. And a lot of the times it's just kind of waiting for the charts to come to you. And you don't have to force a trade. You can just say, okay, this kind of looks like it's a pretty bullish setup, and more so right now with it being in a bull market still, in a bull run, I believe. You kind of have more chances to be setting up for long positions. Like right now, if we hold a certain level, we could be going into a pretty bullish long position. And as long as you have a stop loss set and you have a clear area of where you're wanting to take your first profit, because there's always different profit taking levels where we're going to hit resistance. And that just signifies and solidifies that you're going to be able to take profit at certain levels. Like for instance, if we can hold this level and we don't break below the last low that we hit here at 89,000 or 90,000, then you could say at any level from here to here, there's opportunities to get in longs. And then right here, you can see at certain candle levels, 95,000 is a great profit taking area, because this is where we had previous candle resistance. And then at the point that you take the profit on the trade, you can set the stop loss now at break even, or even at halfway down if it starts to break down again. And then it makes it to where I took profit, I made my profit. I now know that if the chart decides to go the opposite direction, it closes. Then you can even go back into the trade. You can wait for the market to kind of consolidate whatever it's going to do, reverse, have the market reversal, and then go back into the trade. And then that makes it to where you can either use that same profit that you just made or use the same amount that you did. And so with that being said, that could be an easy way of just scalping the market on a daily basis. And you could say, I'm going to use $1,000 as my base. And you can use 500. You use half the account and you have 500 on the side. You use 500 and say you did that with this $500 right now. And say when you did that, maybe on a 2x to between 2 to 5x leverage, and you put that long in, and you were able to get that at a 5%, then you are able to actually cash out enough profit and what you initially put in to then be able to increase your account, solidify that you're not going to lose that 500 by setting the stop loss. And you can do that on a daily basis. Now, I'm not going to say it's like, there you go, it's that easy, and you're going to be able to do that every single day, because the market has major liquidation points. The market can swing very volatile from one from one chart to the next, from one 4-hour chart or 1 hour chart to the next. It can change very drastically. And so that's why you do have to have that kind of pretty strict risk management and also risk tolerance in place, because if you kind of walk away or you don't have anything kind of set, or you have things at too high leverage and you have things set way too high, the market can swing and wick. And look at this wick. If you were high leveraged at this point right here, anything over 5x probably, you got liquidated if you were long. 100% right here, like you got destroyed. And so you can eliminate those things by having those basic little risk management strategies in place, and it can help you to not like hemorrhage your account. And I'll tell you, like, I've just made the mistakes. I've made the mistakes myself many times of doing that, and it never works out. It never works out. You just have to be consistent. The moment that you break off the strategy is when you know, okay, the strategy works. Because once you break off and then you see that and you're like, dang, like, all right, yeah, I'm going to have to stick on the plan, stick on the strategy. But right now, guys, I'll tell you, we're gonna gem hunt. Let's gem hunt, because there's a lot of things right now that you could be looking at. There's like all this AI agent stuff. Like Headband's been all over this stuff. The AI agents. I just recently saw this one, so I'm following like what Solana has been reposting, and they have this Send AI. So it's basically AI apps, and if I'm correct, like you can connect any AI agent to the Solana protocol. And I haven't tested it out. I don't know how to use it. I haven't even dived into this yet, but you can basically, through their codes and their API with their AI agents, you can create and trade Solana tokens. You can launch your own tokens into and create the pool on Meteor, Radium, or Orca. And you can also launch and mint NFTs, the collections deployment. So there's like all kinds of stuff that you can do. And we got to just take like, I don't know, maybe probably like a whole month to dive into these AI agents, test them out, and really actually sit down and learn this stuff, because this is the future, guys. I mean, this is basically where we're going to be heading, is that, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything is going to be almost like ran with AI agents on the back end, and everyone's transactions, if you are basically going to have your own crypto AI agent running. And so the more we do this research and we go into this, because we haven't really, I'll tell you guys, we really need to spend some time on this, because this stuff is super cool. If we learn how to do this, then this will be just, I think a major difference in our crypto arsenal. And so speaking of the agents, there's this other one called Griffin. Griffin is also a AI agent that is built on the Solana blockchain. It's designed to empower users through various use cases such as trading, staking, and participation in unique digital experiences. And I'm not sure if this is just in test beta right now. So we have to do a little bit more research on this one, if we can actually use it right now. I don't know if you can actually use it right now, unless because there was a whitelisting for this particular agent. You'll have to remind me, Headband. I'm not sure. But yeah, we have to really go into this stuff. We're going to take a couple of weeks and maybe just solely focus on trying to test all this stuff out, and we'll make some content while we're at it. All right, so we had a couple of memes planned for you guys. This is some of the fastest things in the world, is the B2 Bomber, the Peregrine Falcon, and paper-handed panic selling. Yeah, basically. Very true. All right, so shout out to Marty Party. The daily Bitcoin TA update is that we have Bitcoin close to the reversal. So the last blue liquidation levels must be swept. And these levels... Well, Griffin, so I almost called you. I'm like, well, Griffin, how's Headband? No, Headband, is Griffin, can you test it right now? Like, or was it just like an early like test phase or something like that? Like, can you use it right now? Or do you have to have early access? Because from what I was looking, I don't think... Oh, okay, so anyone can just test it. Okay. All right, well then dang, yeah, we gotta start testing this thing. We want to link it up with a different wallet. We don't want to link it up with our current Solana wallet, so we need to download a whole nother... Well, actually, what we'll do, we might do it on our crypto phone, because our old phone... Like, I'd encourage you guys to do this, like, because I know you have your probably main phone that you do stuff on, and you might have an old phone that you are transferring off just doing a switch over. And so I've actually made my old phone that I used to use, just like my iPhone SE, as my wallet phone. So I like to, I have like my different wallets on here, and I like to try and use this for my crypto transactions, and then not really have every single wallet installed on my phone that I use that's connected to the internet all the time. And yeah, and it's cool, and it just makes it to where it's like, okay, this is like specifically for crypto. So that's what I'm doing with that. And it's also where I have my coin app for mining XYO. This is my miner. So it's actually a miner. So you can turn your phone into a coin miner. But yeah. All right, so liquidation levels, check it out. The RSI, we'll try and oversell. That's what we're kind of analyzing ourselves here. We're thinking, okay, yeah, the RSI could go into that level. We could go into that level. Kind of looking like it right now. If we're looking at the daily. Let's look at the interesting. So more on the 4 hour, I could say that we could have a chance for a reversal. Can have a nice reversal. Like a nice butt forming right here. This would be a really nice bounce. Now I want to remind you guys. Now this is interesting. It's actually doing exactly what my drawings are. Love it. Look at this. This is so awesome. Okay, check this out. This is the parabolic curve banana zone from this year. Oh my gosh, am I back? Let's go. I saved it. Oh my gosh. Did I save it? Oh, I saved it. Just have to see if my camera's back. Let me see. Hold on. Just a second, guys. So sorry, my computer literally just shut down and somehow I managed to get it back on and back into the stream. Yeah, I am still alive and good to go. Yes, I am still alive. Sorry, guys. my computer literally shut down. I managed to get it back on. It crashed on me. I got rug pulled, and now I'm back, but I just don't have my camera. So that's okay. We're just going to do no overlay, and I hope you guys are still feeling well, feeling good. And sorry for the little interruption there. We were analyzing Bitcoin. We were showing you guys that look, this level that is on the Binance chart is following the exact curve. It's following this same exact volatility from the last cycle. So guys, I mean, we still have so much more room to grow. So what I think is happening here is we are getting the shakeout. The look, it's like getting shaken. We have this parabolic move. You have obviously you got this nice top up here, 108. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, yeah, I know. You can, guys, if you're wondering like, hey, where am I? My camera won't sync back up for some reason, so you're just gonna hear my voice. This is gonna be like a crypto face stream where you don't see me. You're just gonna hear my voice, and I'm gonna sound like this, and we're gonna roll the Bitcoin dice. We're gonna roll it today. All right, let's go. All right, so, and if you're wondering what the heck are these white candles, well, I wanted to switch my psychology off. I wanted to shave off the fat of emotions that can happen when you start to see red candles, and so I just turned them into white. So I made them white. So I'm like, okay, cool. White candles, great. It doesn't matter. It went down, cool. It doesn't have to be red signified death and blood and destruction and blood in the streets. We can just take it easy. All right. We can just take it easy. All right. So 92,000. So it looks like we're actually holding this level. And because we're not sliding down the band, we could get a really nice test back up into 99,000. But if you're looking at bearish levels, we've told you that the 88,000 level is the one that we're looking at. We have it marked here. If we're going to get mega bearish and we're going to break down, then 88 and 86 would be the mega bearish level for us to just get completely swamped, and then we bounce from there. And then that would lead us to the target, the trend target. If you're looking at the mass trend here, let's look at it here. My target for the actual peak of the cycle is at this level in about August next year. August next year, I think we could be easily at $350,000 per Bitcoin. We have all the successful clearings of a strategic Bitcoin reserve for multiple countries. And then we have companies buying Bitcoin at the same time. And then we have the ETF tradings. We have all this combined buying pressure. And then you look at these metrics here, okay? So we just want to show you that there is a problem here. The problem is that there's not enough Bitcoin on exchanges to go around. And the problem is that, well, I guess this is a good thing, because what it does is it creates a premium price for Bitcoin. And it's going to create a supply and demand shock, a supply shock, where there's going to be so much demand for the asset when it starts to get into a certain price range, and it really starts to hit that peak critical mass of attention. Then what's going to happen is there's going to be the supply is fixed. The demand is going up. So the price naturally, over time, into the future, it can technically infinitely go up. It can infinitely go up instead of infinitely going down, because the supply is always fixed, and there's actually a percentage of the Bitcoin supply that is gone forever, which means it's even more scarce than the 21 million originally in the code. And so with that happening, with this chart here, the orange line is the supply in exchanges going down while the price is going up. And so it's getting now closer and lower into the levels that it's lowest it's ever been since 2019. And so we're going to have some really interesting things happen in the next year or two because of that. And I think what it's going to do is it's going to shorten the bear markets. Like, we're going to have shorter bear markets. Like here we had from here November 2021. So you think like 2021, just like 2022 and 2023 all the way up to basically January. We kind of had, I would say this was our bear market right here, bear market territory, almost 2 years long. And then you would say technically starting here, possibly, maybe even like here, it's hard to say like that this was the start of the bull market, but I guess it was, because from here, the 16,000 bottom was really a nice bottom of us getting to ultimately this point where we consolidated for months. So from March all the way to here, October is when we finally broke out of that resistance and then crossed over the 75, and now we're in this different market structure. But once we start getting more of the demand and the supply is doing what it's doing, countries are running to buy more Bitcoin, then it's not crazy to think that we could get here in June, July, basically the end of quarter one, we could be at a $300,000 Bitcoin. All of the bullish indicators and quants of the market, and even the traditional finance is even calling for prices like Fidelity or VanEck. They're all BlackRock. They're all calling ARK Invest. They're calling for between $350,000 to $500,000 Bitcoin in the next year. Not in the next couple of years, but actually in the next year, us being at that price point. This market cap of this asset is at 1.8 trillion. And you have to think that all of these companies are going to eventually be holding Bitcoin as part of their balance sheet. And then you add on the countries, you add on the ETFs, you add on the institution, the retail and the institutional buying and the trading. And then that's how you get Bitcoin at a $17 trillion market cap. Now, this is my call for the actual market cap of everything. The market cap of everything is starting to break out, and it's doing a breakout of a cup and handle pattern going up to 7 trillion. So I think in the short term, we're going to get to 7 trillion really easy, but this is my call, is that 15 trillion is going to be Bitcoin. 7 trillion is going to be like ETH and XRP and, BNB, Solana. Like, that's going to be like all of these combined. If you look at what the possibilities are, we could be at almost 7 trillion, just those cryptos, just those. And then everything else would be worth about 4 trillion or more as well. So then you're looking at, almost 25 to 30 trillion dollar market cap. And if you look at it in reference to what the market caps are of, say, gold, and then if you go into, the real estate, the amount of real estate value, all of these companies, it's just, I think crypto is going to see just such a massive influx of money. So if we're early now, and you think, if I can hold this stuff for the next 4 years confidently, and you could take profits all through those points, but if you're really truly holding for the long term, you are going to be very happy. And I think you won't regret it. I think it's going to probably be one of the best decisions you guys have ever made. And it's because this is what it's what the back end of everything is going to be ran on blockchain. Multiple blockchains are going to be used by really big companies that have a lot of money. All right, so the trades, if you're wondering what the trades are looking like, we got the BTC trade open, the Pepe trade, and the Doge trade. As long as these can sustain themselves, and by the way, guys, if you want to trade on this exchange, this is COINFLARE. It's one of our top exchanges. We really like what they're doing at COINFLARE. We had so much fun at their event for the people involved with the exchange. It was super fun, and we got to know the team more closely. And so yeah, we're looking forward to all the cool things that they are doing in the future and today. So make sure you guys are signing up with the link. You'll get a juicy bonus by signing up with that link. And yeah, let me actually put up the slideshow. Forgot to do that on this particular scene. Do that. And zoop. So yeah, there it is. Yeah, Coinbase, you deposit $100 and you will get $20 for free, but then you'll also get some flare points as well. And so, yeah, these trades, if we can keep these open, keep these sustained, and we can really see the breakout, this is going to do some damage. It's going to do very well. You know, Bitcoin going back to its previous all-time highs, if we get close to it, let's say, we go back to 108,000, that's some pretty decent profits on this particular long. We go back to previous all-time highs for Pepe. That's a good 4K. And then on Doge, this is what we think that Doge actually has way more of a potential of going just way past $1. Like, cause that's like, okay, Doge to $1. Cool. I think we can go way past $1. I think we can hit maybe even $2 to $3 this cycle once things start getting real crazy and we get Bitcoin at 250K, 350K. What do you think Dogecoin is going to be at? Well, I think it might be anywhere between $2 to $3 per Doge, especially with Department of Government Efficiency hacking and slashing through the budget of the U.S. government and successfully doing it. Then we're going to get a lot of mention of Doge, and then just Dogecoin is just going to naturally pump. We got X payments. We got the Elon factor for X payments, where Dogecoin is probably going to be one of the top coins that you can use to pay someone through X payments on the inevitable big, master plan that Elon has probably had for a very, very long time, since the days of PayPal, when it was X.com initially, and then branded to PayPal, and now X.com is becoming the everything app that is inevitably going to, I think, have Dogecoin. And so if we see Doge going to, say, $3 here in the next 6 months, well, that's a salary. that's a salaries amount in a trade. So that would be nice. I think that'd be really nice. So if we have patience, if we can have patience, and the market can favor us to the upside, then we'll be making salaries worth on one single trade. That would be pretty epic. So we're gonna hope for the best, but we're gonna really actually just will this into existence and know that there is so much potential for these coins to just rip to the upside. I feel it. I can kind of feel it, that this could be the bounce that we all need going into the inauguration, going into this next year, and getting our cryptos up into the highest valuations we've ever seen it. I'm really ready. I hope you guys are ready. Thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate you guys. If you haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you guys get the likes up to 20 before we actually end the live stream. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we did make it back. We really do appreciate you for sticking with this live stream and just tuning in. If you've been an OG watcher, thank you so much. And if also you have been new to the channel and you have just been coming into these live streams, the past couple of days, or, over the holiday season, we welcome you to the channel and we hope you come back for another live stream. We try and do these, we don't try, we actually do it. We do Monday through Friday, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And as of late, because the holiday season, we've added some extra work and some, little gigs and things here and there. So we've been, not streaming at our normal 8 o'clock time, but we are going to get back on a schedule of streaming a second time of the day, and we'll make sure you guys know what time that is. And we just appreciate you for coming in, supporting the channel. Make sure the best way that you can support the channel is obviously by using all of the links in the description. We do have some juicy bonuses that you can get for signing up with these links, and also it gets you fully verified in the Discord. And you can take a screenshot of you signing up for these links. We got the COINFLARE link, PHEMEX, and also OURBIT. OURBIT, if you want to do bullish meme trading and also build up a really nice spot bag of memes. PHEMEX, if you want to do inverse perpetuals and do all kinds of different things with PHEMEX, you can use my link in the description. And also, like I said, with earning COINFLARE flare points to get really awesome trading vouchers and real world items, you can use my link right here. And then also, if you want to use debit cards and start using the crypto debit cards like crypto.com and also Coinbase, you can use my links in the description right here. Those are very useful if you're in the United States, but also if you're not in the United States, I think you can get access to the debit cards as well. You need protection on the internet. You need to protect your data. You need to protect your IP address, and you need to be able to just have assurance that whenever you are surfing the internet, you are protected at all angles. And so with that, I have NORD VPN link. So check out the NORD VPN link. If you are not using a VPN, you must so. And so also, too many so's. Bitcoin conference, Las Vegas, tickets. I'll remind you guys again, click on this link, use the offer code Dano promo code. It will get you 10% off your tickets. If you're planning on going to this conference, which is through May 27th through the 29th, then please use the link in my offer code Dano. You'll get 10% off, and we hope to see you there because we will be there. We'll be doing some meetups. We'll be doing a giveaway, and we'll just be hanging out. And we'll hope it's to have a good opportunity to meet some of you guys in person. And we had a lot of fun doing that in Nashville. It was just really cool to see some people that had been watching the channel for months, and just know that these people are actually real and they're not, like robot agents on the other side. So we do appreciate you guys for coming in, and we will see you on the next live stream. Peace out.